5 times Starfleet and its captain said, "What Prime Directive?" Number 4, Deep Space Nine, In the Pale Moonlight. During Season 6 of Deep Space Nine, the Dominion War is raging and the Federation is losing ground. Sisko, desperate to turn the tide, decides to bring the Romulans into the war. But it's not going to be easy because the Romulans have a non-aggression pact with the Dominion. Sisko enlists Garak to find some evidence that proves that the Dominion is planning to invade Romulus, which Garak can't, because it doesn't exist. So they come up with a new plan. Create a false holo recording showing Cardassia and the Dominion planning the invasion of Romulus, which they then show to Romulan Senator Vreenak. When Vreenak discovers the forgery, he's enraged and threatens to tattle on Sisko. As a backup plan, Garak kills the senator and manipulates the evidence to appear legitimate, and this deception successfully draws the Romulans into the war. So let's turn to the stakes. Without the Romulans, the Federation and Klingons will probably lose the war and face either extinction or at the very least subjugation. But manipulating another sovereign empire into war risks betraying the very principle Starfleet was founded on. All right, so the violations here. We are back to sections 2A and 2B because Sisko abuses diplomatic relations to get this fake information to Vreenak, and he clearly interferes with the social development of the Romulans, as many Romulans will now die because of being tricked into this war. So yeah, there's a lot of consequences with this one. Sisko wins. He gets the Romulans into the war, but he does so at a huge moral cost. He deceives the Romulans into joining the war, justifying it to himself as necessary for the greater good. But if the Prime Directive means anything, it's that Starfleet can't play God with other civilizations' choices. And that right there is something that has been conspicuously absent from my analysis so far. Starfleet. Because unlike most other Prime Directive violations, Starfleet is actively involved in this one. Sisko and Garak may have come up with the plan to fool the Romulans, but this is not an example of a captain going into God-level decision-making mode. Sisko ran this up the chain of command and had approval from Starfleet to introduce this fake evidence to Vreenak. Look, Starfleet doesn't get to decide that their people are worth sacrificing over other people. This is why it's so important for Starfleet not to interfere in the internal decisions of another sovereign people, regardless of their work capabilities. If the Romulans don't want to join, they don't have to. If that leads to their eventual annihilation by the Dominion, that's their choice. Should the Romulans have gotten involved sooner? Maybe. Probably. But the Romulans are known in their foreign policy for their cautiousness and not involving themselves until it's to their own advantage. And Starfleet had no right to disrespect that. This episode is one of the best in DS9 for so many reasons, but for me, it's because it shows how easily noble ideals crumble under pressure and how comfortable Starfleet often gets with breaking its own rules when survival is on the line. So can Sisko really learn to live with it? Maybe. Should he?